Hey guys, what is going on? Nick here with GearNut, and this is going to be a Olight S1 Baton video / review. So, why do I have all these flashlights set out? I want to take and show you the size of this little guy down here. That's the S1 Baton. This is the H1R Nova. This is the S10R Baton 2. And this is the S30R Baton 3. So, if I line all these guys up, it gives you a good size reference. The size of the S1 Baton is going to be, I believe, 61 millimeters long, and geez, I want to say 21 millimeters in diameter. So it's a really small little guy. I believe it's the smallest CR123A side activated flashlight that's on the market. It's really small. So it uses a CR123A battery, or it can use a RCR123A battery. So I do have a Olight 3.7 volt 650 milliamp RCR123A 2.4 watt hour battery in here. It does get inserted positive side out on this flashlight. It has a nice little diagram on the external of the light, and that is etched in there, so it's not a sticker, it's not going to come off. And if you don't like that, you can push the pocket clip up and over that little indicator of the battery insertion, and it blocks it out of sight. So that is 180 degrees on this flashlight from the on button. So if that does bother you, you can put your pocket clip on the back and still have access to your activation button on the front. So the bezel right here, all of these little lugs right here are going to be lower than your button. The button is on the highest point of this flashlight, so if it is in your pocket, you can rotate your thumb across here and find that, and it's real easy to find the button and turn it on in this flashlight. The button is a rubber covered button with a blue accent, and I absolutely love the Olight blue accents that they do. Blue is my favorite color, so I could be biased on that. But I absolutely do love it. It is just really aesthetically pleasing for me. But it's a rubber covered button, and you actually do have to kind of push down and in to turn this light on. It's not a button that sticks up and out. The activation is down inside of a hole, and you do kind of have to attempt to turn that on. So basically what you're running is a CR123A battery or an RCR123A, and then it goes to your LED, which is a Cree XM-L2CW LED, and then you pair that with a TIR lens system. So it's not a normal reflector exposed LED. It actually has a dimple and a like acrylic style lens. If you guys can see that, I want to get you a good view. And when you pair all of that together, you get a powerful flashlight. 500 lumens is just a lot out of this little package. So you turn it on in its highest mode, and it's going to be in 500 lumens, but we're not going to get there yet. I wanted to kind of go over some of this and get you guys kind of familiar with how this works. So you push and hold the button, it's going to turn on, and it's going to turn on in moonlight mode if you hold it. And that is half a lumen. It's going to run for 25 days, and you can see that TIR lens system right there. Just a really innovative utilitarian EDC light little reflective system. It's really awesome. If you push and hold the button again, it's going to take you up to 8 lumens. That's going to be your low. That's going to run at 8 lumens for 40 hours. Press and hold one more time, and that is going to be your 80 lumens, and that's going to run at 6 hours at 80 lumens. That's your medium. And then press and hold again, it takes you up to high. That's going to run on 500 lumens for 1.5 minutes, and then it's going to downgrade to 300 lumens for 90 minutes. So let's turn that off. It's pretty bright. So that's a lot to take in. This light has a lot of options, but it's very user friendly. It takes a little bit to get used to, but there's more. Olight, you crammed in a lot into this light. I mean, it's a real small package, and they put in a timer feature. So turn the light on, double click, and it's going to blink. So now it is in 3-minute timer mode. So in 3 minutes, this light's going to turn off automatically. I don't have to worry about it. If you double click again, oh, I triple clicked. I got to double click. Turn it on, double click. There it is. Now it's in 9-minute timer. So now it'll turn off in 9 minutes unless you reset the light. So I'm not sure when I would ever use that, but it's always nice to have options. So this is not a tactical flashlight. It does have a strobe, as you've seen, but you can't access the strobe immediately without turning the flashlight on. So you have to turn the flashlight on and then triple tap 1 2 1 2 3. And when you do that, it activates your strobe. It's a 500 lumen strobe, but it's not instant access strobe. So that makes this light a utilitarian flashlight. It's not a tactical flashlight. It doesn't have a strike bezel. It's not long enough to utilize this as a effective weapon to defend your life. You know, it doesn't have that little tail clip or tail clicker. It's more of a utilitarian EDC flashlight. So it's a phenomenal light. I really do like it. It does have a magnet in the back, so you can stick it to your car or stick it to anything. Or if you're sorting brass out at the range and you're not sure if you picked up a steel round or a copper plated steel round or whatever they're shooting nowadays, you can actually use this to like sort out your brass. That's what I do sometimes. I'll scoop up my brass and I'll take a magnet to it and make sure I didn't get any steel cases mixed in with mine. So, but it's just a really handy flashlight. One downside, it's not rechargeable like some of these other ones are. This little tail cap is rechargeable. You just take it over to a little micro dock and you set the rechargeable lights down and they charge themselves up. But I don't know if you really need it. Most people I know, they don't go through a battery a week. You know, their batteries last them 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So, you know, if you change your battery out every 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, I don't know. That's going to be up to you to decide on that. But I feel that this is going to be a very sought after and used flashlight for EDC. It's got the nice pocket clip that you can clip onto your hat and turn this into a headlamp. You can take it off, switch it around, tip up, tip down, carry. It's got a lot of versatility. And you can use CR 123As or RCR 123A batteries. So there's the plus right there. So with that being said, what do you guys think about this? I think I found myself my favorite EDC light right here. So I wish that it had a battery indicator, a low battery indicator underneath this little activation switch like some of the other Olights do. So I believe these two, the S10R Baton and the S30R Baton, so I believe these guys have the little indicator light that actually shows you when your flashlight needs charged, but it's very manageable in the S1 Baton. So let me roll in some footage of the backyard and give you an idea of how much power this little guy has. But I think that this is going to be a home run for anybody that wants this as an EDC light. So that's what I got. Stay tuned for the little backyard shots. But if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're out in the backyard and I do have the light on in moonlight mode and you can't hardly see anything with that. But if you take and turn it on into low, here we go, now you can actually start seeing around pretty good. You know, I can see it better in real life than you can on the camera. But push again and this is going to take it up to medium. You can see the shed out here. You can see my tree, so you can see the little neighbor's house right there. If you take and push and hold again, there's your 500 lumens. Pretty impressive. So, if you guys are interested in this flashlight, go down in the description box below and check out the links. But it's a very, very impressive little light. So, thanks Olight for sending this down for us to check out. We really do appreciate that. So, really do appreciate when a flashlight company or any company does help support the addiction. That's what I got. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.